guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we are going to tell some story times, cause why not? So we are gonna play, and if you don't know what I'm playing, it's Pastel Tower. But it's like really glitchy because my phone is kind of glitchy. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, there it is. So I'm gonna be telling story times as I play the game. As I play these games. So, you could see this story time on my page, on my shorts. So if you want to go see that story time, then yes. For the people who watch that story time, you can stay here and see the full video and details. But before I get into the story time, please like and subscribe. So, this story time is very going up to the top. Sorry, this is like really glitchy. I don't know what it's doing. So I have a head start now. So yeah. Sorry. So yes. So we were waiting for the buses to arrive to my school. And this is like in the middle of the school year, probably almost ending the school year and also ending the quarter. So these two girls, or three, I don't remember because it's summer, y'all. So I don't remember, but there were three girls sitting in front of me. There was an empty seat behind me. So yeah, that's gonna be important yes. So there was an empty seat not behind me, next to me. So this girl came and sat next to me. She didn't talk to me or nothing. She was playing, like, talking to her friends and stuff. So, yeah. So, one of the girls in front of me had a marble for some reason. Some reason she had a marble because someone gave it to her. So, she had the marble in her hands. So, she was, like, playing with it and stuff. But then she gave it to one of her friends. So she gave it to her friends and she started playing with it, and then she took it back. So when she took it back, this other friend of hers wanted to play with it too. So basically what I'm saying is that she wanted to play with it too, and so when she gave it to her, this other girl was saying don't give it to her, basically suggesting that, hey, I hate her, so you can't give her the marble. So they started fighting, and then the little girl that she gave the marble to first, we're just gonna call her marble number 1. So marble number 1 was so mad at, let's just call the other girl marble number 2. So, and let's call her the girl that gave the marble to the two girls. Let's call her marble number 3. Actually, no, girl number 1. So, how about so girl number 2. So let's just replace marble with girls. Okay, so girl number 1 was mad at girl number 2. Because, I don't know, but, like, I don't know why she was mad, but I think they were friends at some point, because I feel like they were friends. I think this was, like, a pity party or something, but they were, like, friends somehow, because I always see them in the same seats, and they're playing with each other, so I think they were friends at a point. So yeah, I kind of knew they were friends, because honestly, yeah, I probably knew they were friends, but yeah. So they were just fighting with each other, and I was like, I want to stand up for this girl. But before I had the chance to, this other girl that came sat next to me. Let's just call her girl number 4. So girl number 4 sits next to me, and like she is like she's like going ballistic on these girls for bullying her friend. And that's kind of sure I would do the same if it was my friend. But this girl, she was kind of a savage. I would never stand up to a friend like this. But honestly, I feel like she was like a hero to me, because she said things that I couldn't say. But so I felt like good enough, but like I didn't feel good enough to say something to these girls about what they were saying. And I knew what they were saying was bad, but like I didn't want to just interfere, because I didn't want to be in that type of problem. You feel me? You know, sometimes you want to do the right thing, but you can't because you don't want to get involved in such a big problem. Yeah, that was kind of me, because like I didn't want to get into, because it was their business, but like it was just bullying, and that's just not right. So so the girl number 1 called her teacher over to, and then the teacher comes over and she tells her, this girl is bullying me, and she's not saying nice things to me, even though she was not saying nice things to that little girl. To girl number 4, and that was like really, girl number 3 and girl number 4 too. And they were saying that they were in 2nd grade. They were lying about their ages. They were lying about their grades and stuff, even though we already knew that they were not who they say they are. But the bus arrived, thankfully. And so when the bus arrived, guess what happened? They were the first stop. Girl number 1 and girl number 2. So, they were the first stop. So, when that little girl got off the bus, she gave that mean little girl a piece of her mind. And I was like, yes, we all need that in our lives. She told that little girl that if you're not going to be friends with me, that's fine. I have many more friends. And I was just crying tears of joy. She stood up for herself. So yeah, that was very wholesome. But on to the next. So basically, this is all my story times. So like, I'm Crazy Daisy. Okay. So, okay, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm kind of, an introvert. So when someone talks to me, I'm getting really nervous. So one time, I didn't raise my hand. Like teachers, like, those teachers, yeah, those teachers, those teachers that literally don't do that stuff. So she asked a question. My teacher asked a question, and I was like, well, I don't know this question, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. So when I was like literally silently not making eye contact and stuff, I'm just not to get called on 101. I'm doing the call, not get called on 101 at this point. So like, I didn't want to get called on, because she asked the question. I forgot the question, but she said, but I think it was about a book we were reading. So I know this is a pretty long video, but it's worth it. Okay, I have to edit all this all later. Okay, so I didn't raise my hand, but the girl beside me raised her hand. So I thought she was gonna like pick her, because like also she was kind of like the girl sitting next to me was my friend, so like yeah, we were pretty chill. So I literally didn't raise my hand, and so she kept doing this for like the rest of the year, but she didn't have anything out for me. She had things like for the people who didn't answer. Like I didn't answer because I didn't want to answer. First of all, I was answering her questions mostly. So I thought she was gonna pick that friend sitting next to me, and sorry for the background noises. So I thought she was gonna pick the friend sitting next to me, and she picked B, and I didn't know what to say. But I was paying attention, so I knew what to say, but I just didn't want to answer. Has anyone else has done that before? They didn't want to answer, so like they just didn't raise their hand, or is that just me? Cause like I don't want to answer. If I don't want to answer, I just don't want to answer. But I kept like I did keep listening, because I do that a lot, because I knew that she already did this to a couple of students. So yeah, so there's one time these girls that weren't doing anything or paying attention, and they didn't know the answer, but they tried. Like she would literally say, you have to sit here and try, or we're gonna be here all day. So like, I mean, I have respect for that, but like literally I didn't have my hand raised, but I already knew the answer anyway. But yeah, cool tip hack. If you listen and pay attention, so when you're not raising your hand or anything, when you don't raise your hand or anything, you don't know the answer. When you don't know the answer, so like when you don't want to raise your hand or anything, and the teacher calls on you, just make sure you paid attention, so you don't look stuck. So yeah, that's a cool life hack for all of you guys that don't pay attention at school. And that's the end of my video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget that hit that like button so we can get to at least 50, or I don't know, like probably 50 subscribers. And goodbye. Have a good day.